if you want to just pull up Luther's channel.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Amazing channel, by the way. I love his channel. I'm subscribed.
There it is, right there. It's actually the first recommended thing on your own homepage.
Okay, that's weird, isn't it?
They know. They're listening.
Like, that's actually fucking weird. Like, it's the first thing. Like, we're talking about Luther Morgan, and it's the first thing recommended.
Mhm.
All right. So here's our friend, a friend of the show, really cool guy, Luther Morgan. I'll just minimize this so you can see his channel.
Mhm.
Whoa, Ash! Look at his subs
7,777
on the casino.
He's
We're watching
anointed.
this. That's fucking amazing, bro. That's fucking amazing.
Night on Unsolved Coffee. The search continues. Where does the coffee come from? What are the oranges for? Who destroyed the Walmart bathroom? Intrepid internet detectives are hot on the trail of coffee brand coffee. We have new revelations to disclose. Maybe you
Buddy, he's
can
gonna
help
lose the
solve
coffee
mystery.
company, isn't he?
It's on its last legs. I think he's just trying to sell off the existing inventory and move on because he said there would be no new flavors.
Yeah.
So obviously he's just trying to clear out what he's got and
Mhm.
get out of it, I think.
Kino intro.
It is.
There we go. Alyssa Clips. Felt brand felt. Okay, Luther, let's
Hey
continue.
guys, Luther Morgan here, and today we are putting the pieces together. The collapse of coffee brand coffee is underway. I will be revealing Hambly has already been reported to Amazon, the FDA has been alerted,
Oh, no!
as well as state regulators. I will
No, it's Sulfur Jer, no!
Come on, bro. Like, dude, this is
The
amazing.
regulators have been alerted, buddy.
But here's the thing: when you start, oh, I love TOS, oh, flagging this and that. When people
Yeah.
flag you or do this shit to you, you deserve it. That's what happens.
Well, yeah.
Sorry. That's actually
Well,
what
I mean,
happens.
I'll just be real too. Like the only risk of us violating the TOS is that people's feelings are hurt.
Yeah.
Whereas with quartering, like people could actually get sick, people could die because he
Mhm.
doesn't have the nutrition labels on proper. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So that actually does matter a little bit more than that Jer's feelings are fucking hurt because somebody called him a poop pants or a cuck.
Exactly.
also be revealing Jeremy's creepy parasocial Roaster's Choice emails. I will be going deeper into the CBC and Player One Coffee connection,
Wow.
and I'll be
Uh-oh,
going
what?
into did Jeremy
Yes.
Hambly ever respond to the certified mail that I sent? I want to thank all the people who've been emailing me, adding me on Twitter, and sharing information with me. So we will be giving people credit where it's due. The questions around coffee brand coffee are deep. After my last videos exposing the lack of compliant packaging, CBC updated their Amazon page with this weak-ass disclaimer. A disclaimer can't help
I wonder
you, Mr. Hambly.
why.
The information has to be on the packaging. So,
Suffer Jer.
he also made several tweets addressing the issues. This is a pathetic attempt to trick people on X into thinking that his coffee is
Sad.
compliant after he was
Pathetic.
trending on X because
By the way, we got Jeremy repeating for 5 subs.
Big support. Let's go.
of the non-compliance issues which were brought forth thanks to my 3 videos on the subject.
This is the thing. My whole thing
So this
is,
gentleman-
if there were no issues with compliance, why would he have to add these disclaimers? And why
Yeah.
would he talk about putting stickers on the bag and stuff like that? It's because there obviously is an issue with compliance, right?
It's so
Luther's right.
funny. Not only that happened, but everyone hates him now too. So
Gentleman here, Professor and Pastor Tie-Dye was part of the original Coffee Brand Coffee affiliate program. And
This
he
is
was able to
amazing.
locate one of these bags from, back in the day. And it looks like even back then, the packaging was non-compliant. I
Oh,
also
piece
wanted
of
to
shit.
highlight this tweet
Shame,
from
Jer.
Wesley
Shame.
from Florida. There is a YouTuber alleging that Jeremy Hambly is non-compliant with the FDA rules, and so he responded to the quartering, and then the quartering blocked him.
No.
because
Men in
such
quartering deals
cases,
with his problems.
very
He just tries
typical.
to block them.
But it won't work.
I
this
also
time.
wanted to highlight this email that was sent to an anonymous
The
viewer who
Roaster's
was in the
Choice.
Roaster's Choice Club. So this was back in April of 2023. This person found it incredibly creepy, so they stopped buying Coffee
Wait, you joined the Roaster's Choice Club and it's creepy? Okay, go on. Go on.
Brand coffee. So let's go through it really quick. And you can
there
kind of
is one slight error. When we get to it, I'll read it. Luther put a tweet out, but it's very minimal.
It doesn't really matter.
It's a minimal.
pick up on Jeremy's nice guy weasel cuck manipulation that he tries to pull and this weird parasocial relationship that he tries to set up with fans. So just a quick question for you. At some point this week, you checked out
This is
Roaster's
so
Choice.
millennial
Something
coded,
in-
by the way. Like, this is so like Quirk Chungus, Reddit millennial coded the way this is written. It really is. It
Yeah.
reminds me of like those hipster burger places. Two guys with a dream. Now, it's like that. And listen,
intrigued you to make something intrigued you enough to make you want to buy it or at least think about it. Then something happened. You didn't end up getting it. Now, I'm not upset with you. Maybe there was some good reason. Ugh. Maybe you
Is
got
this an email he sent out to the
Yes.
guy?
yes.
Oh.
So if somebody looks at the coffee but doesn't buy it, they receive this email.
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now,
On a
I'm
phone
not
call from
upset
someone
with you.
more
Maybe there is a
important
good
than us.
reason you didn't buy my coffee. Now, if you don't buy it, now I might be upset. I don't know.
Well, now I know your email.
or me and forgot to go back and get Roaster's Choice. Maybe your cat wanted to play and interrupted you. Hey, we've all been there.
Cringe.
maybe-
Oh my god.
It's giving
Oh
millennial core.
my
It's giving
God.
Reddit.
Bro, this
No.
is crazy. This is actually insane.
Your computer
You're
crashed.
on my email list
Unfortunate thing.
now.
What the fuck?
Things happen. Either way, there's no bad blood here. I just wanted
Why
to give
would
you a
there?
Why would there be?
Is that a threat?
That
There's
sounds
no
like-
bad blood here now, but if you don't buy it to discount, I don't know. I can't guarantee there won't be some bad blood. So you better buy the.
What do you
fucking coffee.
mean? Why? Yeah, would there be bad blood if I didn't buy your coffee?
quick nudge before we close out the 33% off sale tonight at midnight Eastern Standard Time. So,
Ooh,
And then it says, else just hit reply and let me know why. Like, we have to
Smiley
give a
face?
the smiley face is beyond cringe. But why do we have to give him a reason why we're not buying his coffee? Who else has asked for that? I don't know of any other company that I've ever interacted with, especially not like a coffee company that's like, so why didn't you buy? Like, does McDonald's be, so why didn't you buy a Big Mac today, bitch?
yeah.
We saw you in the drive-through last week. We know that you drove by the location earlier today, and yet you didn't go through our drive-through. There's no bad blood here. Like, isn't that not kind of creepy though? Like, I get a lot of emails every day, but I read every response. I may not respond to every email, but I promise to read it. And I realize sometimes you're just busy and forget to get something you want. It's a big assumption there, that
Wait.
they actually want
Okay,
this.
it's fucking. So, how many times do you like browse Amazon and like just don't buy anything? You're just like, just like
Mm-hmm.
looking around.
so very creepy. Else just hit reply and let me know why. Smiley
Alright,
face.
skip
He does this smiley face thing. He's a
Cringe.
grown man, by the way.
It's cringe.
I read every response. I get a lot of emails every day, so I may not be able to respond to every email, but I promise.
Whoa. And by the way, it's like, okay, you emailed me with a veiled threat, but then you might not email me back if I reply to you. Like,
Yeah,
you
like,
have
fuck
to.
you.
Then fuck you. Also, like, I have to reply to you, but then you may not reply back to me.
Also, I just realized sometimes you're busy and forgot to get something you want. If that's the case, just click the link below to subscribe to Roaster's Choice. Thanks in advance for your response.
Okay, so you didn't buy my coffee, but here's an email to sign up monthly. How does that make any sense? That upsell is very brazen, isn't it?
It means a lot to me to hear from the people we get to serve. Talk to you soon, Jeremy Hambley, founder of Coffee Brand Coffee. Now, of course, I've redacted the individual's name because I think he wants or she wants to remain anonymous. So, Yeah, you tell me. If Jeremy Hambly was sending you these kinds of emails, would you really want to get his roaster's choice? To me, it's like very creepy and personal.
This sounds like a threat. It actually does.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay.
It plays into his kind of weasel cuck mentality of trying to pretend to be your friend and monetize your relationship. I don't particularly care for it. So Hambly is also shilling 1775 coffee, another coffee grift I'm investigating. According to the people in my comment section, this wasn't the only time he shilled this. It's also being reported that he is mentioning coffee brand coffee less and less. So why shill a competitor's product? I have no idea, but probably because he is desperate for cash. Misty Mochi, who did some real on-the-ground reporting exposing CBC as using Player One facilities, friend of the channel, provided me with the receipts showing that Jeremy made $18 from shilling that coffee.
$18 to do this humiliation ritual in the gutter, promoting a competitor's coffee. Yes.
Total?
Only $18 in total because it's $18 per 1,000 live viewers.
Oh my god!
And he only had 1,000 live viewers. He had 1,200, so maybe he made like $21.
That's not even worth 1,000 viewers.
No, it's not. I'm gonna be real. Like, it's just not worth
That's
it. Like,
trash.
to interrupt the whole show and then be perceived as a sellout and be perceived as giving up on your coffee company and promoting a competitor. $18.
I'm gonna be real. I would rather grind out a few hours of streaming and then ask for donos than fucking shill coffee.
But he must just be completely destitute at this point. Or the only other alternative to that, he's just completely destitute and he has nothing left and he has to do this, is that he's trying to give the appearance of success that he has sponsors. But anybody that knows anything about this knows that these sponsors are available to anybody, whether they have 1 viewer, 1,000 or 10,000 viewers. By the way, the patheticness of this too is that this campaign is capped out at $500, meaning the most you could possibly make, even if you had tens of thousands of viewers, is $500. And for somebody in Jeremy Hambly's position, who's supposedly a multimillionaire that runs a multi-million-dollar coffee enterprise, these are his claims, by the way, you're gonna shill a competitor for a measly $500 and look a fool? Even if he was getting the maximum payout, which he didn't, he got $18.
I'm gonna be real. That is really shit money. Like it's again, remember, it's for the image of streaming. Like you're shilling out, by the way, Israel financing. You love Israel for $18 fucking dollars. It's like, that's crazy, bro. You know? To die on that hill. And then on top of what you were saying there about this competitor and stuff.
Just embarrassing. I think it's because she streams on Rumble, so she had access to some of the information. Here, CPM, $18. The maximum payment is also only...
CPM is per 1,000 clicks per whatever the fuck.
$501. So with his viewership at about 1,000... that basic, and this is like the script that they're given to read. So he made about $18. I mean, that's just embarrassing and pathetic. I mean, this is like a content creator equivalent of checking the spare change in between the couch cushions,
Yeah, it is.
Or checking like the coin return on vending machines. So anyway, I just thought that was interesting that Jeremy's selling his soul.
I'm gonna be real. The coin in the vending machine, that's at least like you bought a machine and you just go by and pick up the coins and the bills, right? Make a little bit of cash that way. It's like,
you don't have to do like a public humiliation ritual where you devalue the brand of your supposed multi-million-dollar company
for $18. That's how desperate he is. So, many people have been wondering, did Jeremy ever respond to my certified mail request for information several weeks ago? Well, I sent CBC and CBC's registered agent certified mail a few weeks ago, requesting information on the facility, the food manufacturing license, the name of the ingredients, and the nutritional facts. So what do you think? Did you think he responded?
No.
And by the way, certified mail costs money, guys. So if you like this investigation and want to support it, you can send me a super chat. If you don't want to send me money or buy my book, that's okay too.
His book
Just
is
hit
Kino,
like,
by the way.
earn
It's
some
really
hype
Kino.
points, or subscribe. Well, he didn't even receive
He
my
also has an audiobook, by the way, on Spotify.
By the way,
because his
like what
mailbox-
he meant was like, I know it's been a long time since anyone actually did this because nobody has cash or change anymore. But what he meant was like searching through your couch cushions, not like going to a vending machine. Like,
No, but he said after.
You know what I mean?
He said, oh, no. I think on vending machine, what he meant was you're putting your finger in the vending machine hole.
and trying to like
Because
get
I was
the
like,
fucking
vending
change out of the
machines.
vending machine, yeah, and the
more
coin
dignified.
return.
Yeah, the coin
You
return.
check
Okay,
the
fair
vending machine coin return. Yeah,
The coin machine of the payphone. Remember that back in the
There
day?
it is, there it
You
is,
used to
yeah.
walk by the payphone
Like,
and go,
no, but I don't even think those fucking vending machines take coins anymore. I'm
No.
pretty sure it's like card. Like you
Yeah.
tap your
You just
card.
tap. Yeah.
By the way, like I try and do that, and half the time it doesn't even fucking work. You know,
Really?
like half the time. Yeah, half the time these machines are like fucking junky and like they won't take it. For instance, like I was at the airport and they have a Subway vending machine where they have Subway sandwiches in this vending machine.
Why would you
And I-
ever even look at that
And
machine?
I was like, I want
Ah.
it. To me, it was funny as fuck, but it wouldn't work. I couldn't get the Subway sandwich out of the vending machine, Andy.
There's a sub. Ew. How soggy is that shit, bro? What
And
the-
apparently, it's changed fresh every day.
I bring a sub to my house from Subway, and it's
Yeah,
destroyed.
that was the last time. That was the last time I tried to use a vending machine. Is I'm like, this is crazy. What a novelty! They have Subway in a vending machine. I gotta try this out.
doesn't exist. The postman went out to the address
Oh
in his
my
LLC
God.
paperwork, and there was no box there. Or he didn't maintain or pay for that virtual mailbox, so it was returned.
So
to
it's a
sender.
lie. There's
Now,
no
I thought
mailbox.
this might happen, so that's why I also sent it to Coffee Brand Coffee's registered agent, and mail to the registered agent was received. So Jeremy and CBC has my information as of May 4th, and they
Wow.
chose not to respond.
What a
So
scam.
CBC is a shell company. It's such a shell company that it doesn't even have a mailbox. He couldn't even be bothered to pay for a mailbox,
That's
guys.
crazy.
Not even P.O. Box?
So, what is it a shell of? Player One Coffee. A friend of the channel, Heiko, who sent me lots of amazing information, uncovered the connection between Player One Coffee and CBC go further than we thought. And unlike Jeremy Hambley, I want to give him credit for his hard work. He uncovered that 3 of the global trade item numbers, or GTIN barcodes, that CBC was
Okay.
using were old Player One barcodes.
Okay, this is the one part that was wrong, apparently.
Yes.
And Luther announced this earlier. This is the one part that was
Because
wrong.
you can't
So when-
reuse the same barcode.
Yeah.
So it wasn't, there was no link in that way. But the rest of
Yes.
it does seem to make sense.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Player One shut down, instead of buying new barcodes, they simply reuse them on CBC products. And these CBC products have the warehouse as
You know what?
3259.
Let's just say it's true. You know what? I agree with
Well,
this information
I
completely.
don't know. I saw somebody in chat say yes, they can. I don't know. I don't know myself. I'm just going to trust that he retracted it and it
Yeah, I'm
wasn't
just
the
kidding.
case. But
I believe it.
East Harbor Drive, Suite 101, Phoenix, Arizona, which is, of course, the MetaPC's address. Player One Coffee was also found to have the same ties with Mill Creek Coffee Roasters, the same photos of people wearing t-shirts branded
Mhm.
Player One.
it's the
who were in
exact
fact
same
Same
factory. The
factory.
exact same factory. Yeah. But they're just wearing Player One shirts instead of Coffee Brand Coffee shirts.
Look at this. Do not double stacked as it's stacked on something already. The fuck?
taken at the Mill Creek Coffee Roaster facility. Player
Lock 'em
One's
up.
website, found using the Wayback Machine, also has a very similar product lineup
Mhm.
to CBC. I think that you can adequately demonstrate that Player One and Coffee Brand Coffee were both from the same source.
Well, yeah.
For whatever reason, Player One shut down and was then folded over into CBC, with MetaPC's / Player One assets being recycled for CBC. Their email, hello@PlayerOneCoffee, is very similar to the hello@Coffee Brand Coffee email. That email that I received from Angel was probably from Angel, who is listed as the warehouse manager at MetaPCs. So a big shout out to Heiko.
Whoa.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God. It's so blatant, bro.
Yeah.
For making these connections. And this Angel is probably the same Angel that communicated with Alyssa Clips, friend of the channel. By the way, everyone should go subscribe. And she tried to buy some Coffee Brand Coffee merchandise recently, and Angel also replied to her. So it's probably the same guy. I did a little more research as well. Something that always bothered me was, where did that $300,000 go that Jeremy Hambley was talking about?
I thought he was just buying inventory, but Luther has a more interesting theory here.
Okay.
March of 2020. Where did that $300,000 go that Jeremy Hambley was talking about in March of 2025? He publicly stated he was in $300,000 in debt for Coffee Brand Coffee. I was able to confirm that by searching the Register of Deeds.
So this document is truly crazy. So I looked at this for myself, and I couldn't believe how fucked this is for Jer, right?
Okay.
So this is the mortgage on his house, right? So he took out for the land purchase $408,000 of debt, right? And then to build the mansion, he took out $1.25 million. So there's $1.6 million or $1.732 million that he owes on that property, plus the home equity loan of $300,000. So he owes $2 million on this property.
And he's making no profit now.
Yeah. And if you look there, the monthly payment in the right-hand column adds up to $10,344.59 a month.
Oh my God.
That's just his mortgage, not considering his utilities, his car insurance, his grocery bill,
which is the biggest.
His car payments, if he financed his cars, which he probably fucking did as well.
Of course he did.
Like, the fish tank maintenance for the fish tank guy and all this stuff. So
also, Ash, we don't even know about half of his vices.
I know.
What, you think that's it? There's stuff, if that's all we know of, there's 9 other things. The Funko Pop fucking collection, the retro video game collection, the pinball machines, the fucking 1-Up arcades. Like, what?
He's got that home equity loan, and he tried to convince people that it was at 4%, but we see by public record it's 7%, which is higher than it should. So it's not good. It's not good for Jer. It's really not. Like, he's drowning in debt. I think that he appears to be rich, but is actually broke as fuck. That's what I think.
No, yeah, for sure.
I don't know why you would go from the peace and security of having a modest paid off home to taking out $2 million in debt to build a McMansion during COVID. I just don't get it.
Well,
it's in like rural Wisconsin. So like when he goes to sell this property, do you think he's going to get this full amount?
No.
Like, I don't think he's going to.
But Ash, I understand this because he's a narcissist. And I've known people like this where they'll fucking bury themselves in debt to look cool or show off. Like, show off, right? I had an old boss like this back in the day who would spend every fucking penny, have everything, but be so stressed out all the time. And you're like, but what are you fucking doing? You can't afford that.
Conservatively, I think he's spending anywhere from $15,000 to $20,000 a month just to keep everything he's got going in his life,
not including any purchases.
Yeah, like the Pokemon cards and all the toys and stuff that he buys and stuff like that. So if his income is dropped like to where he's only making a few grand a month on YouTube, he's going to be burning through any sort of savings that he has. And when he talked about how he sold all of his investments, it may have been that he needed liquidity at that time. So he had to sell all of his investments. But if he did that, he has to pay all of the taxes on it all at once. And it's not favorable to do that, to liquidate all of your investments all at once. So then a bunch of it has to go to the IRS. And then he's using that liquidity and he's burning through it to keep up with this lifestyle because his income isn't enough to sustain it. I don't think at this point, I don't even think he's making $10,000 a month to even pay the nut on his mortgage.
Ash,
You say it's $3,000.
$2 grand now. It's $2 fucking grand, bro. I'm telling you, it is anyone who goes, prove to me he's making more than $3 grand.
It makes sense then why he's looking up, like, you know, to look for new credit cards like Discover Card and stuff like that. Now, it might be innocent and that's just what it says when you go to the Discover page. But I think it makes sense that he's like trying to get new lines of credit, new credit cards, and he's just burning through like whatever credit he has available to keep shit afloat. And that's why he's acting out in the way that he is, like flailing and lashing out like he is.
I'm gonna be real. I like those links were 100% him applying for a credit card. 100%. Like, prove to me it's not. Like, I was like, where's the proof? Everything we've ever said came true, or at least on the same level.
And then you got to think like he has assets, right?
Yeah.
But a lot of these assets are pretty hard to convert into liquid because what's the market for Rolex watches? Like, how many people are going to buy his used Rolex watches? Like the cars that he's got, they're depreciating assets. He's not going to get what he paid for them, especially if he's desperate to sell them. Like the collectibles, the Legos, the Funko Pops, the video games. If you're desperate to raise cash, like if you're sitting on that stuff, right, and you have it listed for years, you can get the full value.
Yeah.
But if you need the money now,
you're selling it at 80 or 70 or something.
You're selling it at a discount, right? So, well, this thing, like, I think the Rolexes do hold value. Somebody says the Rolexes hold value. I'm not saying they don't hold value. I'm saying that it's hard to find a buyer for them, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay, say it's worth 50 grand, right? You could sit on it for months until someone like on eBay or at the shops or whatever offers you 50 grand or 45. But if you have to sell it today, you're selling it for 20 grand because you need the money now. Yeah, exactly.
A home equity line of credit in February 2025, which closed in March of 2025. Well, I think I know where that money went. He purchased Player One Coffee or some kind of business merger. Yep. There was no official announcement on Player One Coffee's demise. It was silently and unceremoniously shut down. In Reddit posts from March of 2025, people were complaining about not receiving their orders and not being able to contact the company. On March 25th, 2025, R. Neebs Gaming posted on Reddit about not receiving their order and not being able to reach the company. Something that always bothered me about Coffee Brand Coffee was that Jeremy is very lazy. He pays people to do everything for him. He tries to buy his way out of having any responsibility because he is a man-child. So it's very out of character for him to create a whole coffee company from scratch, even if it was a drop-shipping company. That would still be out of Jeremy's character. My personal opinion is that Hambly bought out Player One Coffee, and they still handle all the work for him. But instead of using Player One labeling, they use Coffee Brand Coffee branding. So Coffee Brand Coffee is a white label product of a white label product.
Isn't that crazy?
On February 17th.
The original product is the Mill Creek coffee, right? And then the drop ship, the white label, is Player One. And then the second white label of a white label is Coffee Brand Coffee.
And that makes sense why the address went to Meta PCs.
Yes.
Because the original coffee, it makes full sense, 100%. This is what it is.
In 2016.
And if Jared says I'm lying or you're lying or Luther's lying, show me the coffee factory. It's all just
speculation. Like at any point, he could end the speculation on this by just providing the receipts that we're asking for.
Exactly.
Which
Obviously,
he's legally supposed to do.
But I do not believe that he has a factory or any of that shit, obviously.
Jeremy talked about how he regretted paying off his first house's mortgage early because he couldn't use the equity to grow his business.
That's crazy.
I covered that in my financial audit series on The Quartering.
Dime you have into the bank, into accounts where you're making 5% and like pay the bare minimum on your house forever. And he's like, and then you should leverage that money to invest. He's like, if you can get a HELOC for 4%, you should be taking HELOCs and investing.
Did you see that? He slipped up and admitted that his loan was at 7%, which it actually is. And then he revised it to 4%.
4% to invest. He's like, if you can get a HELOC for 7%,
see, because it doesn't make much sense at 7%. It makes a lot more sense at 4%, the home equity loan, and then to invest it, because there's a lot of methods where you can pretty much guarantee a 4% return or more, right? Yeah. But a 7% return or greater is a lot more difficult to get.
Yeah.
Than a 4% return, right? So it doesn't actually make sense, like he's trying to say, like it's a no-brainer to do this. And the thing is, yeah, this is all well and good, like put all my money into the investments, all of it into the market, until you have an issue with your income at the exact same time the market takes a fucking shit, and then you have to sell everything at a massive loss in order to cover your fucking bills. Like, it seems like a no-brainer. Absolutely. Oh yeah, invest it and you're gonna beat the interest on the loan or whatever, but it's not as easy as he makes it out to be. It's not a guarantee that it's gonna work out. And he's running into that exact situation where, he's fucked, basically.
This is actually insane that he did this, allegedly, in our opinion.
4%. You should be taking HELOCs and investing that. And I was like, that's crazy. I'm so happy I don't have a mortgage. He's totally right. And now, like, on the house I live now, I used to have this, so I'm going to pay double or triple my mortgage because I don't want to have a mortgage. I've gone to just paying the exact amount that's on my mortgage and, like, using my money. So it's not
like he's even close to paying off this mortgage. Right. He I don't know.
He's going to lose the house, bro. He's going to lose his house.
Studio. Or he's like, you have to leverage your debt. Your debt is like, and he was like, if you're out there listening, like, as somebody who's now lived through the 10 years since he told me that, he was so right. He was so right.
Yeah.
Well, I thought Jeremy paying a house off early. That doesn't sound like him. Surely I can fact check this. So I did. And Jeremy wasn't lying. Jeremy purchased his first house with his wife before they were married in 2006. They paid the mortgage off early in 2010. So from 2010 to 2021, 11 years, they had a fully paid off house. Only recently, from 2021 to now, did he go from living in a fully paid off house?
This is where it's somebody can never be happy with what they have. Like, most people would be so happy. Like, for most people, it's a dream. A lot of people, it's a dream just to even get a mortgage, just to even be able to own and build equity, let alone be able to pay off your house and not have to worry about a mortgage and just worry about property tax and not have that ongoing obligation and potentially get out of the rat race and be able to have control over your life. But it wasn't enough. Quartering felt like he deserved more. He deserved a mansion. He deserved a house 3 times the size of what he was living in before. And he doesn't even have kids. It's for 2 people to live in this massive estate, this massive mansion. And, he just believed that, and the timing of this during COVID, this is when Quartering's business was at its peak. So he saw everybody was trapped at home. The Biden administration was totally fucked. The right-wing grift was at its absolute apex at this time. And he thought he would always be earning that same level of income or maybe even more. So he deserved this mansion. So he took out this massive construction loan to build his mansion during the COVID construction material shortage. Nice. So the house isn't worth what he fucking paid for it in today's market. It's not.
That is the craziest financial decision I've ever heard. You make the money and then you build a house. Even taking a mortgage with, like, when you just made it is risky for anyone. And he built a house during COVID. Oh, I'm making a little bit more money right now.
It's not even the home equity line of credit that really truly fucks him. It's the original loan is a bad fucking bet to begin with.
Of course. This is actually crazy that anyone would even try this.
To a massive $8,000 a month mortgage. And now he has 2 mortgages.
And by the way, sometimes financially you have to be a little bit, you have to gamble a little bit if you want to, win big. But when it comes to like YouTube, especially now that we know what we know, obviously, it's like YouTube's always been risky. YouTube is a job where you're in it and there is a coin flip if you will keep your job the next fucking day.
Somebody's asking if Jared took out PPP loans. Yeah, he did take out PPP loans, and they were forgiven by the government. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
At a HELOC, so it could be around 10,000, or I estimated that. But anyway, somehow MetaPCs fleeced Jeremy into buying up Player One Coffee, and they agreed to do all his ordering and all the work for him. This is also why his profit margin is so low, $1 to $2 a bag, because MetaPCs is dealing with the roaster, handling everything for him, including responding to emails, and he just sits on his ass and collects the checks.
Update. A gay lovers' quarrel will soon be coming to an end. The HRO hearing is set for June 5. Stay tuned for more.
So where is the coffee factory? Well, it may have been hiding in plain sight the whole time. A tip from Felt Brand Felt, love the name by the way, pointed out that on
Felt Brand Felt, the Mr. Felt
CBC website today, it talks about the local Wasatch Front area of Utah. Well, this is where Mill Creek Coffee Roasters is, and I reached out to them again, and they declined to comment. So I'll keep trying. Many people have sent incredible tips to try and locate the coffee factory's white label origins. Myself and helpers are running down those leads. It's just hard to get a response from them to confirm or deny if they're a white label company. So what about the regulators? Well, I've gotten a number of tips from viewers advising they have reported Coffee Brand Coffee to Amazon, the state regulators, and the FDA. And I know for a fact that the Wisconsin Department of Agriculture, Food, and Consumer Services has made
I just gotta ask once
FDA.
again, like, Jeremy, was this worth it, bro? Like, is this worth it, Matt? To take down the clip channel? Was it worth it, bro? Taking down Luther's video? Was it worth it, bro? Let's continue.
Yep.
Referral. I was hesitant to recommend taking action against Coffee Brand Coffee at first. I wanted to do my due diligence and provide Jeremy a chance to respond. Well, I've waited and he hasn't responded, updated his packaging, or made any announcement on official Coffee Brand Coffee Twitter or website. In fact, he is aware of the issues because he posted about them on Twitter, but hasn't done anything about them. So I will be sending a referral to the FDA and Amazon and reporting Coffee Brand Coffee for non-compliant food packaging. And I would encourage, if you have a bona fide feeling, if you truly believe that it is not compliant with the food labeling requirements as we've outlined in these videos, and you've done your own research, I would encourage you to do that as well. Do not let the bystander effect take place. Exercise your civic rights and participate in removing this non-compliant and possibly dangerous product. And for people saying, oh, this is internet drop. By the way,
on top of the possible dangers, the coffee has been sitting there for months. Yeah. This is like fucking like having weed out there for like a year and you try to smoke it and you're like, it's, you know what I mean? It's like, it's dry.
And they keep talking,
and like,
these companies keep talking about mold and how their competitors have mold.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I don't believe with the volume that Maxwell House sells that they have mold in their coffee. Because I imagine, you know, it's a value budget coffee that just gets sold like quick.
Yeah.
But these guys that have their internet white label coffee, it's sitting in the warehouse for God knows years. You don't fucking know.
Yeah, it's like this low quality, like bum shit.
Or this is going too far.
By the way, when's the last time you heard Jeremy do his?
Somebody said that coffee is only fresh for a month. Is that really true? Because if that is the case, this shit's rotten then.
Oh yeah,
like it's worthless as fuck.
But Ash, when's the last time you heard him say an ad and him say his coffee is mold free? I know 1775's coffee is mold free. I haven't heard him claim that his wasn't.
Listen, I don't talk about Handley's personal life. I don't talk about his wife. This is about food safety. And if he wants to sell a food product, he has to comply with food regulations like everybody else. I don't want to destroy him or his company.
Whoa. We
Well,
wanted this.
he needs to do it better. He needs to do it right. And I don't think it's a crazy request that he has to follow the rules that everybody else has to. I mean, especially since he decided that we had to follow the rules.
Yeah.
He made that judgment call.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
what goes around comes around. He decided that he was the judge, he was the snitch, and he was going to go tell everybody how it was going to be over something that really actually didn't fucking matter at all. Whereas this matters a little bit more because people's health is actually involved. And it's not just Jer's fragile mental health, of which the biggest victim, the biggest perpetrator of his victimhood is himself.
Yeah. Well, Ash, we're just holding him to the standard that he set. We don't want any more or any less.
Product transparency.
I stole that from someone, by the way.
So if you bought this item on Amazon like I did, you can go down to the Amazon page where it says report an issue with this product or seller. And you go through these prompts.
7 months old.
7 months old.
7 months old. Okay.
Through it all with you right now.
Sentis is saying the coffee is good for 6 to 12 months. So it's getting into that area where it could be. But I don't know. Everybody's saying different things. And I don't know. It just depends, right?
Well, I believe it's pure poisonous and you could die from drinking it. But that's just my opinion.
But it's going to be stale. Like it might still be safe, but it's not fresh at this point.
Suck balls.
7 months old. Like
it's gonna suck balls.
Issues that we talked about in the prior videos. I will also be sending certified mail to Amazon. I will also be reporting this product to the FDA on the FDA website, and this link will be in the description of this video. And if you have a bona fide reason, if you have an above board concern, report it to the FDA, and then they'll take the appropriate action necessary. So we'll be waiting to hear back from Amazon and the FDA, and I will keep you updated.
The rules
if you have
are
a hot
important,
tip, you can
apparently.
email.
And this is why, Jer, you fucking Lloyd, when you open the door, when you open Pandora's box, it don't close.
Yeah.
All these people who are into reporting now, okay, Pandora's box is open. Have fun.
Look, it'll never come to your fucking door. And as some of these people are finding out, now it has come to their fucking door, and then they fucking cry.
Yeah.
And then they double down on it and expect that it's not going to keep happening. Like it's retarded.
Have fun.
Me or contact me on my contact page on my website. If you enjoy this video, please like and subscribe. If you
Oh, by Caleb followed me. Maybe I could DM him about hounding quartering for the financial
audit.
Yeah.
I mean, if he actually did the financial audit, I would be happy. I would like move on. But you know, he agreed to do it. And then as soon as he actually had to provide anything, he's like, no, I can't.
Yeah.